Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions Global, let's look at the news. I guess this will be the January 1st edition, and Happy New Year. But let's start from down here, since I didn't talk about this before. These are new vision cards in Global. And first one here is Downtime. This is a UR card. Max HP up, Ice attack resistance up, Area of Effect attack resistance up as the personal ability. This is a very defensive card, and I like defensive cards. And then the Ice attack resistance up, this is maybe the most interesting thing to me, because any vision card that can give your entire party some kind of element resistance is very rare and very powerful. There are some vision cards that I regret not maxing, which are limited time. One of them was the Mobius MR card that gave you ice resistance to your party, but I can make up for it by maxing this card. And then in JP now, there's buffs to all UR and MR vision cards, where if you get it to level 99 or level 70 for MR cards, it'll give you an additional elemental party ability. And then I'm going to start mentioning that from now, but if you max this, you will also get slash resistance up for wind characters. So yeah, even more defensiveness if you're using wind characters. So I'm very close to maxing this in JP. Can't wait. This is going to be a good card. And some global-only abilities. Regarding those elemental party abilities, don't know when they're coming to global or if they're ever coming. And then we don't know if the buffs are going to be the same. So take all of these with that in mind. Next is Blossoms in the Dark, kind of the magic version of the Titan card, but party ability, Man-Eater on magic attacks. And then personal ability, magic up, and then Ruinja, and this will be for staff equipable main jobs. And Ruinja is a non-elemental, kind of ranged single target attack. I see this a lot on Kirufei. Almost 100% of Kirufei that I see in PvP has this, because it can improve her range. But then otherwise, it's like Earth Elemental or Light Elemental spells that she has, so to have a non-elemental maybe can help her cut through some defenses. So this is a good card too. I would like to max this in JP someday. Okay, then we have the MR card, Tonberry. This is the first vision card since Fenrir to give you magic resistance to your whole party, so it's pretty good for that. And then if you max this, you will get fire resistance for all of your lightning units. So that's kind of a weird thing. They don't have any particular weakness to fire units anyways. But as we saw from like my 3-star clear of Ifrit, there's a lot of damage coming at you, so that might make lightning element units more attractive in places like that. Or you can go hunting in arena or stuff. And then a personal ability is a resistance to disable, so that is nice. Okay, now let's get to the new stuff. So we have the return of Final Fantasy XIV. This is awesome. I know a lot of people have been waiting for this. I have a theory why they're doing this now. Because they wouldn't have to work as hard to put it in there, because a lot of it's just repeat. And then this time of year for Japanese companies is always very busy, and then also there's a lot of like vacation time, so maybe that's why they put that in here. But all new vision card, party ability will be attack up, and then personal ability will be fire units magic up. And then if you max this card, you will get pierce resistance to your fire units. So that's kind of niche, but something to keep in mind. I skipped this in JP. Okay, and then Return of Thancred. I don't know if I'm going to make another video about him. I already made a review of him before, and everything I said in there still holds today. The timing is kind of funny, because I've always said that he's similar to Cecil, and so everybody has Cecil now. You could think of it one of two ways. One, I have Cecil, so I don't need Thancred since they're kind of similar. Or you could think about it as them being good partners together, especially for raids, or if you want to get vision cards that have element-specific party abilities. So that's something to keep in mind. But they're both kind of slash-based tanky units that don't have any hate generation. So if you wanted to make like a bruiser team based around light element and slash attack, you could use them together. Use the vision cards that would buff that. But, you know, they both have high resistances, they both have good HP, decent attack, and then also abilities that buff other guys or themselves. So there's some kind of weird similarities between the two. I love Thancred and I love Cecil, so I would love to recommend him to everybody. I guess one big difference between the two is that Thancred, he has Dragoon versus Monk for Cecil, so you can have like different attack types there. And then the Red Mage subjob, that will give Thancred the magic attack reflex, so that gives him a little bit better defense there. I think a lot of people are waiting for him, and a lot of people are saying that they are hoarding Vision Ore to spend on his shards. I would say wait until like the last day. Because, you know, we'll get the coins, you know, that can turn in for the tickets, the summon tickets. You can pull, maybe you'll get more pulls of Thancred there. And then if it's getting like the last few days, and like you're not going to have enough tickets in order to get him up for free, then I would say maybe start spending. But I could recommend to everybody that if you have him at 79 now, take him to 89, you know, that shouldn't be too hard for free. If you have him at 89, take him to 99. You'll get a nice Trust Master that will give you light element resistance, which will be good for the upcoming light meta. So yeah, Thancred, I can recommend working on him, but maybe hold off on spending Vision Ore at first. Okay, then we have Yashutra. Should be easy to max her, so everybody should do that. She's good for tower when you just want lots of units. She has a lot of interesting stuff. She can attack, she can heal. Green Mage has interesting support abilities, like a haste sort of a thing. Her stats are not very high, so you're not going to get a lot of damage or a lot of healing out of her. But I think she's still very worth having. Okay. And then we have the return of this card. And this card I really kind of recommend to people. Because party ability, light attack up, that's good again for mono light teams. Personal ability is a dark attack resistance up. But if you max this to 99 and then you get the later JP elemental party abilities, it'll also give you dark resistance to your whole party. And again, that gets back to my point where any vision card which gives you the party ability of element resistance is really good. And it's especially good when it's light or dark, because they both have weaknesses and advantages on each other. I love my Diablos max card because it gives me the light resistance. It makes dark units much more viable against light units. And then this will be the same on the opposite side. And if this card ever comes back to JP, I will absolutely put in the effort to max this. I think it's really good. And this one too. This is the MR Final Fantasy XIV card. But it'll give your party a dark attack resistance up. So for a cheaper price, you can also get that there. And for any element as well. And then personal ability, dark attack up, light attack resistance down. I wouldn't worry about that resistance down too much. You want to use this for kind of specific situations anyways. This one too, I regret not maxing before. Okay, then we got the summon. And let's see, Chocobo stuff, fine. Okay, and then new units. We have Niv'Lu and Revile. And I want to make a lightning party and then take it through Arena. My phone over there is farming right now to take 9S to 115. And so I'll try to put up videos of that soon. And I also want to make a review of Niv'Lu. But main job Sniper, that is new for a global. Sub-jobs Gunner and Time Mage. And when she came out, she was like top of the tier rankings on the JP website. And she's still now there 4 months later. She's one of the best characters in the game. So yeah, people that are saying skip everybody until EX jobs, don't listen to them. You want to pull for Niv'Lu, she's really good. But Sniper, that is ranged attacks, and then she'll do more like physical damage than like Rosa or Fina or people like that. But also interesting kind of debuff stuff. She can lower move, she can dispel stuff, even remove hate from people. She can break barriers, which is going to be very important later for PvE. So yeah, lots of utility on her. Gunner will give her more status effects, and then Time Mage, you can use her just for quick. Put it on like a tank or like somebody else slow or some attacker that you want to nuke everybody and just have them jump to the front of the PvP map. So lots of ways to use her, and she's really good. Okay, here's Revile. She is so slow, her agility is so low that it's hard to recommend her regardless of what she does, so I would not recommend her. Okay, challenge missions, fine. Oh, I forgot to say about the Final Fantasy XIV, but there will probably be a raid. So now I'm glad I included the Final Fantasy XIV raid info in that last raid preview that I did there. So yeah, Super Stern and then Dwayne should be really good in there. Okay, and we got login bonus, lots of Niv'Lu, shards. Okay, and a letter from producer Hiroki. It's very clear reading this that this was written in Japanese and then translated into English, because it's very Japanese, but it's awkward in English. And they handed out lots of Vision Ore, and they want to do a live stream thing. That should be interesting. Okay, I think that's everything I wanted to say about Global here. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.